Alright, we're back with another variant Sudoku recently featured on Cracking the Cryptic. This one promises to be a little more challenging than the previous Sudoku we just solved, so let's give it a try. Okay, that's a lot of sixes. Of course, the only way to make a 3-cell cage add up to 6 is with 1, 2, 3. So we should start there. Together with the 20 cages, this is not terribly limiting. We already know the 20 cage can't have a 1 and a 2. Not having a 3 is not exactly the greatest constraint. Of course, having two 2-cell 6 cages in the same box is a significant constraint. One of them is 1, 5, and one of them is 2, 4. So what does that tell us here? We have the digits 1 through 5 in some order. And the 3 has to be here somewhere, and the 5 has to be here somewhere. And the digit here that is not a 3 is a 1 or a 2, which makes that one a 1 or a 2. Right, I could have said the same thing with the 4s. And then once again, we have here, this is 1 through 5 in some order. The 4 or 5 have to be here, so this is not 4 or 5. This 1, 2 has to equal this 1, 2, leaving this to be 3. And of course, to add up to 6, that can't be a 1 or a 2. Now, along the diagonal, these two cells are not equal. Well, let's not think about the diagonal yet. I don't feel like there's a constraint there. I think the constraint might be that one of them has to be a 3. But even if neither of these is a 3, if this is a 1, 2 pair, that makes this a 4, 5 pair. That seems perfectly fine. But again, let's look at this. We have 1 through 5 in this column and 1 through 5 in this row. And once again, the only place the 3 can go is the corner. So here is a low number, a low and a high, so this must be high. And by that exactly same reasoning, this must be high as well. So we have a 4, 5 in the diagonal. We have 2 of the digits 1, 2, 3. And not a lot else. One of these could be a 3, and then this could be a 1, 2. But I'm inclined to suspect this is a 1, 2, 3 triple. Can't deduce that. I don't see a lot going on here. Or here. Or here. These are equal. I will color the 1 and 2s. This has to be here. It's certainly in one of those spots. And then the other 1, 2s are here. So green is here, here, red is here, here. One of these is red, not here, to be sure. And red can be basically anywhere in the middle. Might be time to turn to the 20 cages. So if these 5 cells add up to 26, The remaining 3 add up to 19. The 2019 split is the least informative possible split. If this is a 1 or a 2, it's part of a trio of cells that add up to 19. It would have to be a 2. That would make this 2, 8, 9, 1, 5, 3. And this would be 4, 6, 7. That sounds very wrong. Oh, right, of course, because, why did I say trio? Ah, these 4 cells add up to 19. That's, of course, the error. I will mark the cells I know to be high. Because this is fairly constraining. This is at least 13. This is at least 33. The remainder is 12 or less. The most this can be is 35. So if this is 12 or less, it must contain both a 1 and a 2, and then the other digits are either 4, 5 or 3, 6. Now, if neither of these contains a 3, then we can do the same reasoning in this column to decide that these are 4, 5, or 3, 6. They are, of course, not 3, 6. They'd be 4, 5. And that would make this contain a 3. It doesn't feel like a contradiction is going to come out of that. I'd effectively be saying, oh, well, we have something here. This cell can see all 3 of these digits. So it is definitely not a 1, 2, or 3. It is 6, 7, 8, and 9. Likewise there. Therefore, one of these is a 3. And one of these is a 3. So one of these is a 3, one of these is a 3. I said these add up to 19. Now this is 4 or higher. So the least these can be is 4 plus 6 plus 7. Which is to say 17. So this cannot be 6, 7, 8. That's too high. So this cannot have a 6 or higher. It must be a 4 or 5. Similarly here. So this is 4, 5. This is a 4, 5. If it's a 4, it's with a 9 and a 7. If it's a 5, there's 2 other possibilities. But I see we have a 4, 5 in this row. this 4-5 doesn't go with anything. Okay, but we have a 4-5 in a row. That's has some value. This could be a 3. It seems improbable. If this is a 3, then certainly this is a 3. This is a 3, this is a 3. There just seems to be a lot of flexibility accommodated here in terms of where that 3 goes. Well, not here, not here. It feels like knowing that these are 6, 7, 8, 9 is supposed to be very important. We have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9s in this column and 3 in this row. So that either of these is a 6, 7, 8, 9, we can make further deductions. And I believe one of them must be, but we don't know which. If this is not a 6, 7, 8, 9, it's a 3, I think we established that that was plausible. I'd have an 8, 9 pair here. This would be a 6 or a 7. This could be 9, and these add up to 11. 5, 6, that's possible. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Similarly, one of these could be a 9, and the other could be 5, 6. Actually, does that fail this row? There's a lot of high digits in this row. We have 1 from the 20, 2 from this 20, 2 from this 20, and a 6, 7, 8, 9. A 3-cell cage adding to 20 has to have at least 2 high digits. By high, I mean 6 or higher. If it didn't, it has 2 digits smaller than 6. They'd have to be at most 4 or 5 adding to 9, making the third digit in the cage 11. So one of these is 6, 7, 8, 9, and one of these is 6, 7, 8, 9, and of course this one is. maybe I should look at this box. I just argued that 20 contains 2, 6, 7, 8, 9s. We know this adds up to at most 12. It can have no digits above 6. It can't have a 6 though, can it? Can this be 1, 2, 3, 6? If this is 1, 2, 3, 6, adding up to 12, this adds up to 33, 20, 13, this would be 6, 7. And this would have to be 4, 5, 8, 9, or some mess of that. It's impossible because that'd be 2 6s in the box. So this is not 1, 2, 3, 6. It does not contain a 6. It could be 1, 2, 4, 5. It could be 1, 2, 3, 5. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4. Point is that it has nothing higher than 5. Which means both of these are from 6, 7, 8, 9. And we found 5 low numbers in this row, meaning the other ones are high. It does feel like a bit of a mess. Like if this is 1 or 2, then it equals this. We have finished off the 1, 2, 3s. This makes this a 4, 5, 4, 5, 1, 2. But what further? Oh, well, okay, in the column, this can't be 1 or 2. Oops, what did I do? There we go. This cannot be 1 or 2. This is a 1, 2 pair. One of these is a 3. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. This is a 1, 2 pair in the row somewhere. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still a few possibilities to work out. I don't know if we've eliminated the possibilities of this 20 at all. It contains either a 3, 4, or 5, but we know that already because if it didn't, it would be at least 6 plus 7 plus 8, which is 21. I feel like I should have been previously considering the possible ways add up to 20 and more extent. So this has a 3, 4, or 5. Specifically, it has a 4 or 5 here. This has a 3, 4, 5. This has a 3, 4, 5. This has a 4 or 5. This has a 4 or 5. Yes, if this has a 4 or 5, we have the 1 and 2 found, we have the 3 found, we have the other 4, 5 found. This must be 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 4, 5. This column continues to be a mess. What did I do? Yeah. Red is here. Red is here. Red is here. Don't love it. It's a lot of coloring that's not very helpful. But let's do greens. Green is here. This is also a 1, 2 pair. think we have symmetrically the same thing going on with greens. Okay, well, of course that's not green. Can we make similar deductions here? I don't see it. Did I not label this 6, 7, 8, 9? Okay. Could this be 3? Oops. Here. Sure, why not? This can't be 3. Oh, do we have a problem? No, that was a 3 on the diagonal. Okay, this can't be 3, right? Because if this is 3, this is 3, this is 3. Then because of the diagonal, we have a 3 here, which is impossible. Cannot be 3. Probably we run into the same problem for any of these. Any of these, we deduce this is a 3, this is a 3. And because this is a 3, one of those is, and therefore this is, and therefore this is. Actually, why don't we just look at this? Look at this. That's a 3, that's a 3. 6, 7, 8, 9. If any of these are 3, okay, can this be a 3? That would make this a, of course, foolish. Looking in this row, one of these is a 3, therefore these are not. Okay, we've been sitting on that one for a while. So this is 3, 8, 9. Meaning this is not a 3. Meaning this is 6, 7, 8, 9 because we have a 4, 5 pair. This has 3, 4, 5 from the row. And this is 3, 4, 5. Okay, well then one of these 3 is 3. I can't shake the feeling I've made an error so far, but nonetheless. And are these all the possible locations where 3 can go? Well, this can't be a 3 because of this. could color the 4-5 pairs we have, but it doesn't feel likely to be helpful. Oops. There is a 4-5 here, and 2 high numbers. 1 high number. It feels unlikely that this can be a 3. Certainly these can't both be 3s, nor that. Making that a 3, making that a 3. Okay. Can these be the 3s? This would be 8, 9, 6, 7. We'd have a 6, 7 and a 4, 5 in this 20 box. It could be 6 plus 5 plus 9. It could be 7 plus 4 plus 9. It could be 7 plus 5 plus 8. Either way, that uses a 6 or a 7 to go with this 6, 7, making this 4, 5. Which seems compatible. Well, this can't be a 3 no matter what, because that would make this an 8, 9, which is impossible. If this were, I mean, you just can't have both of these be 3, 8, 9. These have to be different ways of adding to 20. And similarly, these have to be different ways of adding to 20. So they can't, if there were a 4 here, then it'd be 4 plus 16, it'd be 4, 9, 7. This would be a 4, also 9, 7. That's impossible. So this contains a 5. Doesn't feel like the way I was supposed to determine the 1s and 2s, but maybe it was. Okay, 5 and then adds to 15, 5 and adds to 15. That's okay. This could be 5 and adds to 15 if this were 5. Or it could be 4 with 7 and 9. If this is 5 and adds to 15, this pair would be the same as this pair, which is not possible, right? If this are a 5, okay, this is either a 4 or 5. That's for sure. If this is a 5, this is a pair adding to 15. This is the other pair adding to 15. So this is the same pair adding to 15, which means this would equal one of those. That's impossible. maybe further progress here or here. These don't seem to interact with the other 20s we have up here. So I'm not sure I can progress. Well, okay, if these are 4s, these are both 9/7s. If this is a 9/7, then this is a 9/7, meaning this is not. So these are 5s. This is some pair adding to 15. This is the same pair adding to 15. This is the other pair adding to 15. Well, I think we have more coloring to do. This has a pair adding to 15. It must be the cyans. So this is a pair adding to 15. This is the other pair adding to 15. So these two add to 15. I mean, okay, this also just sees the 7-9 pair. So it can't be 7 or 9. These don't add to 15. So this must be cyan. Which means this can't be, I mean, these two are equal. These are not equal to each other. By these, I mean these two. They're on the same diagonal, they're both purple, so they must add to 15. And of course I got the color here wrong. This is cyan. Now progress. This cannot be purple, right? There's already two purples in the row. Right? So this is purple. Eight, 9, there's already 8s. Let us come back to the 3s, perhaps. And we'll do some more coloring and then get into chasing the 8s, 9s we just found. 6 8s are found, 7 9s. 6 8 in this row, right? Don't know which is cyan, which is purple. Don't know where the other cyan in this column is. Six, 8, it must be cyan. Six, 8, 6, 8. 9. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead with chasing our pairs then. Trying not to get myself confused along the way. Purple, cyan, 7-8 pair, 7-8, 5. So this is, of course, 1 and 3. We haven't quite established all of the 6, 7, 8, 9s, but so this must be 2. Let's just quickly establish this is 4, 6, and 8 in some order. No 6, no 8, no 4. That's 6, 4, and 8. 6, of course, is purple. And now we can continue chasing 1, 2, 3s. These are not 2. Well, let's put that in. These are not 2. Why is this not a 2? Well, it doesn't matter anymore. 4, 5, 8 in this column, I believe. And we do indeed have 1, 2, 3 on the diagonal in the middle box. And I think that's all the 1, 2s and 3s. So here we have a 5, 8, 7, 8, 5. This is not sand. 6, 7 pair. And what breaks the 6, 7 pair? Alright. Not a bad puzzle. I, of course, feel a strong desire to finish coloring the 6s and 7s and 8s and 9s. Oops. Just for completion's sake. And I think that's all of the 6, 7s, 8s, 9s. All right.